What's up guys, Kevin here from thesportsgeek.com, and in this video I'm going over my FanDuel NFL Week 10 picks. So before we move on to the Week 10 picks, let's take a look at the Week 9 picks that I gave out in last week's video. So we had Matt Ryan, who put up 16.32 points, pretty good week for him. Mark Ingram wasn't great, but he wasn't too bad, 11.6. Julian Edelman, same thing, wasn't great, but wasn't awful with 12 points. And then the player to avoid last week at FanDuel was Stefon Diggs, and that was a good call by me there. He only put up 5.7 FanDuel points. So overall, an okay week. If you guys watched my DraftKings video that I told you guys to watch to get some picks, I had some good players there, and I also emailed out some good picks. So if you're not on the email list, make sure you click on the link in the YouTube description, sign up for the free lineup tool, and that will also put you on the email list where I give updates, usually on Saturday morning with some extra picks. Okay, so just like last week, I recommend watching my DraftKings Week 10 video. These are the picks here on the right. So I like pretty much every player on the DraftKings video except for the ones in red. So Aaron Rodgers, I wouldn't be playing him at FanDuel. He's got an 11% bargain rating. So he's the most expensive quarterback on FanDuel this week. So I would avoid him on FanDuel. I obviously love him on DraftKings if you watch that video. And then same goes with Blake Bortles. Love him on DraftKings, but he's really expensive on FanDuel. So I'm going to avoid him on FanDuel, 0% bargain rating. And then Thursday night, Sammy Watkins. I had him listed in the DraftKings video, but I won't be touching him on FanDuel. He's got a 21% bargain rate, so I'll leave him alone. But everyone else there that you see, I'll play them at FanDuel this week as well. So go ahead and watch my DraftKings Week 10 video if you haven't already. Just go over to my YouTube channel and you'll see it there. Okay, so a few more FanDuel picks for this week. I'm going with Tom Brady as my number one QB at FanDuel. He's 9,100. He's the second price quarterback on FanDuel, $100 behind Rodgers. While at DraftKings, he's the first price and he's $1,100 more than Rodgers. So we're getting a decent price on Brady this week. He's got a great matchup versus the Giants. There's a high total of 55 in that game. The Giants ranked 26th versus the pass. I think Brady's going to have a big game, put up maybe over 300 yards, hopefully 3 or 4 touchdowns for us. Pay up for him at 9,100 at FanDuel. One of my top running back plays at FanDuel this week is going to be Doug Martin at 6,700. He's facing Dallas, who are 27th versus the run. DeMarco Murray had a big game against them last week. I expect Doug Martin to have a big game as well. He's a 92% bargain rating at FanDuel, and he's the 15th most expensive running back. So you're getting good value on a pretty good running back. He should be low owned. He's coming off 2 poor games, but prior to that, he had 18, 35, and 22 FanDuel points. So I expect him to have a pretty good game against a bad Dallas rush defense. My wide receiver pick for this week at FanDuel, going right back with Julian Edelman this week at $8,000. He's a 6th price wide receiver at FanDuel, but he's a 4th at DraftKings. Gives him a 99% bargain rating given his price. He's put up 12 or more FanDuel points in all but 1 game this season, and he has 3 games with 20 plus FanDuel points. He's a good stack with Brady this week in what should be a high-scoring game. I'll try to fit Brady and Edelman in the same lineup and then go a bit cheaper in the other positions. So my player to avoid this week at DraftKings is going to be LeGarrette Blount at $6,900. I have a warning here. Every week I'm going to include this warning. This player could have a big game. I'm just choosing to avoid him at FanDuel this week, so do so at your own risk. So I'm trying to give out a pretty good player that might have a bad game or who's priced too high and I don't find value in. So I might have a little bit of LeGarrette Blount at DraftKings where he's cheaper, but at FanDuel at $6,900, I'm going to be avoiding him this week. At FanDuel, he's the 12th price running back, while he's the 15th at DraftKings, and he's got a 27% bargain rating on FanDuel, so he's not that good of a value there. For $100 more, you can get McFadden, who's projected 3.8 more fantasy points, or you can go with my pick on Doug Martin, who's $200 less. So I'm going to be avoiding LeGarrette Blount at FanDuel. So that's it for my FanDuel NFL Week 10 picks. If you guys enjoyed this video, let me know by clicking the thumbs up button on YouTube so I know to keep making them. If I can get over 700 likes on YouTube this week, I'll make another one for next week. And if you guys don't have access to my free lineup tool, make sure you get that. It's free. The link for that is in the YouTube description below. I'm also going to include a link to Fantasy Labs where I find out all the bargain ratings and do a lot of my research for the week. So check those links out below as well. And as always, good luck with your contest this week. Hope you guys make a lot of money. Cheers.